leaving off from where we were in the previous episode with accident health insurance, you're going to encounter a few strange bugs here. That's what we've found anyway. You'll find there's centipedes, some different various types of centipedes. I've seen 2 or 3 around the house here. Ants, they're everywhere. You'll find that before it rains, the ants will appear, no different than in Australia or other parts of the world, I guess. They get active because they know they're going to have to stay in their little dens because it's raining, and they'll want to get in your house. We often find them, yeah. Other bugs, there's lots of snails getting around our house. We have lizards.
Lots of geckos.
Mosquitoes here. People said we're going to have a big problem with mosquitoes because we've got what they call a clong, or a small stream left over from the rice field days, running around the back of our house. We haven't had very many mosquitoes here at all. Yeah, we keep a bug screen on, but they have at different times of year here. They have flying termites, and they're prolific. And if you don't have screens on your doors, you're going to have a house full of flying bugs. So we don't have that problem because we've got the insect screens put on.
The bugs really haven't been a problem, and also with snakes, they haven't been a problem either. We've only seen 1 snake since we've been here, and that I saw the snake. It was down by our front gate, and it was actually trying to eat a rather large lizard. And evidently we looked up the snake, and it was pretty harmless.
Golden tree snake.
Yeah, it was a tree snake. And John gave it a poke with a stick, and it let go of the lizard, and it ran off. So, you know, we do have quite a bit of long grass around the house, and like John said, we have a clong running at the back, which is fine, but we haven't really had a snake problem at all. In fact, considering we come from a tropical climate in Queensland, I think we've had less problems with bugs or spiders. There's a few spiders around that look a little bit like huntsmen that we had on the Gold Coast, but they're not a problem. We hardly see them at all.
No.
And snakes, well, we didn't see many snakes where we lived on the Gold Coast, and it's the same here. So no, it is not a problem.
No, and also, yeah, bug spray sold everywhere here, so you can put a bit of mosquito spray on. We found that actually in Australia, where we lived on the Gold Coast, we had more mosquitoes there than we did here.
Yeah, look, if you go out in the evening, you're going to get bitten, and it's no different to Australia. Okay, we had a lot of mosquitoes around our house before we cleared a lot of the vegetation out and landscaped.
Yeah.
So if you do go out in the evening, you need to take your mosquito spray. And when you go to outdoor restaurants, which a lot of restaurants and cafes are garden restaurants, they do provide you with mosquito spray. They have it sitting on the counter. So you just got to go up and ask them if you can have a spray of the mozzie spray. So it's not a big deal.
And it's the same time of days like Australia, early morning or just on dusk. If you go out there, they'll be around. But after that, later on in the evening, doesn't seem to be as many mosquitoes. Another thing that people often associate with Chiang Mai especially is at a certain time of year is smoky season.
March, April, May. Oh, that's the heat.
Yeah, well, March, April, May, smoky season, and it's also the hot season. But the smoke comes because the farmers are burning off cane fields and also burning off the leftovers from the rice harvest fields. Now, personally, we haven't found it bad. You haven't found it bad. I get a bit of hay fever, and the smoke hasn't bothered me.
No, we thought that we'd have to buy those air filter machines
for the house, yeah.
And we thought, you know, oh, would make our eyes sting and everything. But we went right through the smoky season, and yes, the sky was definitely grey, and there was a little bit of ash out on the patio or on your table outside. But I couldn't smell smoke, and I certainly didn't have stinging eyes, and we didn't buy any air filters because we didn't feel like we needed it. So the smoky season, the sky is not a great colour, but I guess it's no different to going to India or even California, where they have that marine haze every day.
Mixed with the car traffic.
Yeah,
fumes
look,
and
I
everything.
know a lot of people do suffer, but I think that those people are extremely sensitive and they may have respiratory issues,
Yeah,
which we
yeah.
don't have.
No.
So the smoky season, March, April, May, it's very hot at that time as well.
I think we strung together maybe 8 or 9 weeks where it was 40 degrees every day.
Yeah.
So if you're coming in those months, March, April, May, be prepared for a bit of smoke and heat. The whole of Thailand gets hot at that time.
It's
of year.
hot, but there's air conditioning. You just don't go walking out in the heat of the day.
That's right.
You go swimming and so forth.
Yeah.
So the rainy season, yes, we have a hot season, we have a smoky season, and we have a rainy season, which we're actually in right now. It's actually raining as I look outside.
It is.
You might see it behind our jungle in the back of us here. That's the jungle next door that just flicks around through the clong or the creek. So yeah, we get the monsoon here, and it is pretty steady rain, isn't it?
Yeah, September is the wettest month. That's what we're in at the moment, and well, they call them typhoons here. Tropical lows that come up through South China Sea or through the Andaman Sea on the other side. They travel inland, and we get the rain residue from that. That's a lot like Queensland. If there's a tropical cyclone up north, around Cairns or Townsville, or even up in the Gulf of Carpentaria, they certainly come down through the interior of Australia, or come in from the coast, or track down the coast.
Yeah, we're used to
And
it.
we used to get a lot of rain.
I lived in Queensland right back to 1966 when I came from England, and we got hail like chunks. No, I don't think they get that here.
No, we haven't seen any.
So we're used to cyclones and tropical lows in Brisbane and on the Gold Coast. So I would. This is comparable. It's very similar. It's steady rain though. There's no wind hardly.
No.
And we don't have any real flooding around where we live. Although there has been flooding up in Chiang Mai and down in Phuket this year. But here in Chiang Mai, Chiang Mai, we seem to be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just part of being in Thailand.
So yes, it is a lot hotter here all year round. So it doesn't really. I mean, Chiang Mai has December and January. Because we're in the northern hemisphere, so that's the northern winter. There is some times where we get a bit of cold weather. It comes down from of all places, it comes down from the Himalayas and tracks along that line of mountains and then comes down here. Also some cold weather from China, from the north of China. But it might get down to sort of 20, you might have the odd day that's 26 degrees Celsius, but again it varies up to sort of 28, 29. The nighttime temperatures are a lot cooler. They come down to anywhere from between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius at night. So yeah, those 2 months of the year, that's prime tourist season too.
You certainly don't need warm clothing here, but if you're coming here to live, you might need to have some warm clothing in case you go somewhere else that's a cool climate.
and because of the warmth, you're able to sort of like, we have a pool. We find we're able to swim all year round here. And again, because of that lovely weather that we have here, most of the year there's plenty of things to do. So whether you like to go trekking, mountain climbing, bike riding, exploring waterfalls, lots of activities.
Elephants.
Yeah,
there's lots of things to do here. But swimming all year round is wonderful because we could never do that on the Gold Coast. The only time we could really swim was around Christmas time, and that was probably for about 4 or 5 weeks if we were lucky, depending on the weather.
Yeah, our pool, we couldn't use our pool for about 4 or 5 months, well, 5 months of the year.
It was just sitting there and we were paying dead money, but here we use the pool. We can swim in the morning, you can swim it in the evening. The temperature's the same. The pool gets a little bit chilly when we have winter here in December, January, but other than that, you can swim all year.
Yeah, in the afternoons you can get in the pool because the temperatures come up and your pool gets a little bit warmer. So all in all, we've found Thailand to be a really, really great place to be, to retire. For the whole year, we haven't really travelled around Thailand. We went south with the Harley owners group. We went down to the Khao Yai, should I say, and we were planning to travel on and go down to Phuket. Unfortunately, I had the accident and broke my ankle, and that curtailed that. So we decided that we'd spend a whole year in Chiang Mai and not leave, and just to see what's what, how the weather is, how the place functions all year round, and it's been really good. It's actually been a benefit to us to do that. So we're well aware of how this place is weather-wise and how it functions all year round. The people here are wonderful. For the most part, everybody, all Thais in Thailand are for the most part super friendly. They're willing to go out of their way to help you, to even assist you with the language, and they'll correct you on your language if you're willing to try a little bit. I'm just starting to break out a bit now and starting to order things in Thai best I can. Maybe it doesn't sound correct to them, but they get the idea. They're non-aggressive people.
Sabai, what is it?
Sabai, yeah.
Means laid back,
chilled. Yeah, they're very laid back people. We've had a lot of maintenance work done on our house, and we've had things like the fly screens installed, new air conditioners, security cameras, electric gates, so just various things we got done to the house after we purchased it, and you get everybody that said they were coming, they always turned up on time, or if not earlier. We got used to, like, if someone would say, oh, we'll be here at 3 o'clock tomorrow, we expected them to be here at 1:30. So, and when they come, if they're here for the day, they will exactly on around midday, they will disappear. They've gone down the road to buy their lunch. They will come back within, say, half an hour, sit down. If they're the men, sometimes they have women helping them as well, like the labourers, and they'll sit down, have a smoke, and then they like to lie down and have a sleep. And so first few times, to be honest, I thought it seemed really strange. Like, I thought, where are the guys? I heard them all come back from lunch, and I go out into my carport, and they've all got cardboard placed out on the floor, and they're all having a lie down and a sleep. So, I had to tiptoe back inside and leave them to it. And sure enough, after the hour's up, they're back at work again. So yeah, that's how laid back they are. That's typical here. So really, just to sum it up, Thailand is for us. We like it, and we're really fitting in well. How do you find it? How have you found it?
I found it friendly, and I like the weather, and the cost is a lot cheaper, and we can travel. So no, I highly recommend it. It might not be for everybody, and we recommend that you do your research thoroughly before you come. If you do have any questions, just drop them down in the comment section. We're happy to answer any questions that you might have, if we can help you in any way. Yeah, for sure. As Lorna always says, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. Your subscription helps us to grow the channel and to bring you more videos, because we can only, by people subscribing and seeing our channel grow, we know that what we're doing is worthwhile. And we don't mind. We'll take our camera with us going out on our journeys. It's something that we enjoy doing, and we like to bring you, show you where we're going and bring you, our adventures. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. See you later. Kap kum ka. Kap kum kap.